Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. I'm Adelaide.
And I'm Mylko.
And today we're looking at EA Play June 2020 presentation. But before we jump in, we want to make some predictions.
Yeah, we can make some predictions. So for me, I don't think it's going to happen, but it'll be cool and I'll be excited if there was some sort of Mass Effect remastered trilogy.
Yes, I would totally be on board with that. I loved the Mass Effect trilogy.
And I think it'll be a good way to get some Mass Effect fans who may have dropped off at the release of Andromeda, kind of get them back into like the semi-good books with EA.
Yeah, I mean, Mass Effect 2 was my absolute favourite.
Yes.
Any players out there would know Thane pretty well, so that would be why. But yeah, I would be really keen to see that come out actually.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't think it would. But it's just kind of like I hope it does.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah.
I would agree with that one. For me, again, I'm not sure if it will ever be a thing again, but Dead Space.
Yes.
I enjoyed this game, and also
hated it.
I don't want to sound like I'm being really negative towards it, but I think there was just certain elements in there that were just so scary.
Well, you're a big sci-fi fan as well.
Yeah. I don't like the word hate. Let's not use that. It just was disturbing. Yeah, I think that's a better word for it. It was just so utterly disturbing.
So do you mean you'd like to see another Dead Space game? Like as in another sequel, like follow-up?
I think I would like to see another one.
Like a Dead Space 4?
Yes.
Or just like a reboot?
Yep, I'd be happy with either or really. It's been a really long time since I saw the ones that were already released. So, I mean, again, if that was to be remastered.
It's another one of those, we don't think these will happen, but it's just kind of like a wish list.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it, a wish list. Other than that...
Any Sims-related predictions?
Not like specific, because there's so many expansions now, but I feel like there will be something to do with The Sims.
Yeah, there's
always something new coming out. So I think that would be a given.
Yeah, it's kind of an easy pick.
Yeah.
All right, well, if I had to choose another one, and again, it's one of those things where EA just likes to can things, so I don't know the likelihood of it coming back. But maybe because Tony Hawk Pro Skater's being remastered and like the skating things.
Like competition?
Yeah, like bring back Skate.
Yeah.
So, because Skate was amazing and I loved playing that.
Okay. I never got an opportunity to play Skate. I loved Tony Hawk.
Well, Skate was really cool because all the tricks you do were with the analog stick. So you'd pull it down and flick it up and it would like be the ollie. And then you'd like pull it down and flick at a certain angle or pull it down and it kind of mimics the movement of the board and your feet.
Oh, wow.
So
would you say that would be like the use of the toggle would be quite intuitive to the actual way the skateboard responded?
I think it gets there. It gets to that point. It was more like Skater Sim than arcadey.
Right, okay.
Like on Tony Hawk, you go up a ramp in a building, you grind like the power lines, and then all of a sudden you're doing a handstand in the street all in one combo. Whereas in Skate, it was so satisfying just to like ollie, kickflip into a tail slide, and then land it.
Which, I mean, let's be real. In real life, that is incredibly difficult to achieve. So I get that.
So it would be really cool to, see that. Just because Tony Hawk's kind of the thing that's been thrown around a little bit lately with the remasters.
Yeah.
So maybe EA wants to jump on board that kind of hype train.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think Tony Hawk's generated a lot of interest. Like our local game stores are getting pre-orders and things in. So it wouldn't surprise me.
Yep. All right. We'll check it out.
Shapes again.
Shapes? Like the PlayStation one.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome everyone to EA Play 2020. We're happy that you're joining us today. Over the next 45 minutes or so, we've got so much for you, including creative, innovative, and...
I'm always distracted by their eyes when I notice that they're reading from a teleprompter.
Yeah.
Like it's fine, like it's no biggie, but then I'm always just now watching his eyes tracking the words.
Really fun new games and a lot of news to share.
See?
But before we get into the show,
Thanks for putting that out now. That's all I can see.
I want to extend a heartfelt thank you to first responders, medical staff, and essential personnel. This has certainly been a challenging year. From natural disasters like the bushfires in my home country to the devastating COVID-19 pandemic, these brave heroes are working to keep us safe and healthy at every turn.
I was going to say, you sounded Australian.
I also want to thank our teams for their amazing dedication while working from home. What you've been able to achieve.
So there's an Australian as CEO.
Wow.
We're also
I didn't realise.
I didn't know that either.
Players. Even when we've had to stay physically apart, billions of you are using games to come together, to play, and do amazing things for each other. You've shown why this is truly the greatest form of entertainment on the planet. This is also a critical time for the movement to end racism and racial injustice in this world. Black lives matter, and there is much to be done to drive real and meaningful change. A couple of weeks ago, we shared some actions that Electronic Arts is taking. We will not rest on this. It's a long-term commitment. We're here for players of every color, background, religion, and personal preference. We will continue to build strong representation in our games, and we are focused on making our communities fun, inclusive, and positive places to play. We also have real work to do to bring greater diversity into our company, and we are committed to doing that work. Today, we're here because of the power of games. Games bring us together. They can make our lives better, they can teach us, they can provide escape and self-expression. And most of all, games can be fun. All of us at Electronic Arts believe in that, and it's why we're excited to get up every morning to make great experiences for all of you. So thanks for being here with us. And now, let's get into some games.
Okay.
I like how there was a lot of
What's up,
recognition
everybody?
there.
I'm Greg Miller.
Hey, Greg Miller!
We had an incredible show in LA planned for you. Huge stage, massive setup, these giant monitors. I was gonna fly in on an X-Wing. I was gonna land the X-Wing on stage. I was gonna set off a bunch of fireworks. Then what? T-shirt cannon, bam! Shooting out game consoles. Then Carol Baskin, some tigers. That last part was all me. Then, because of circumstances beyond our control, we had to come up with something a little different. Instead of LA, I'm in my hometown of San Francisco, but we still have the Tigers. What's that, Jane? No Tigers. So you lied. Oh, all right. I'm being told there are no Tigers, but whatever. We're still going to bring you the EA play you know and love. Huge surprises, big announcements, incredible reveals, and never-before-seen gameplay. Coming up over the next hour, we've got game reveals galore, world premiere trailers of new titles, some old favorites making a comeback, a look at a new way Star Wars fans can live out their greatest fantasies this year, plus a sneak peek at the future. Oh, and pay close attention because today you could win one of thousands of Steam codes for more than a dozen great EA games on Steam. Throughout the show, keep an eye out for discreetly placed golden letters. Write them down as they appear, and at the end of the show, we'll tell you where you can enter that secret code for a chance to win free games on Steam.
Yep, they'd be all gone.
Who am I kidding? None of us can leave our houses. But enough talking. Let's see some games. Up first, we're headed to the Outlands. That's right. It's Apex Legends time.
I wanted to see him shoot consoles from a shirt gun. Fly an X-Wing.
You should smile more.
Season 5.
Hey Apex fans, the battle just keeps getting bigger. Thanks to you, Apex Legends is coming off its most successful, most epic season yet, and we're just getting started. Season 4 saw more of you jumping into the fight than ever before, and you've kept that amazing momentum going forward, making Season 5 the biggest and best start to a season ever.
Took out an enemy. Hold on to your holograms.
We hope you've been enjoying Season 5, Fortune's Favor, which has seen the introduction of our latest legend, Loba, a major map change to Kings Canyon, rest in peace, Skulltown, an all-new ranked series, and a ton of quality of life updates. But it's about to get even better. Today, I'm here to tell you about what's coming next to Season 5 with our latest collection event, Lost Treasures. Take a look.
So you've played a bit of Apex. You've played a bit of Apex, right?
Yeah, I've played a little bit.
So what are your thoughts so far on...
Well, I'm not an expert, but I mean, Apex is fun. Yeah. It's like not like Overwatch, but it's kind of like that hero based. Each character has abilities. You drop in a squad of 3, battle royale. So it's basic in its fundamentals, but it works.
Yep.
And it works well.
Yeah, because I was going to say, she looks really cool, like who they've put on the poster for Season 5. And all that, but I don't know much about the game at this point in time.
Well, maybe you'll learn something new.
Yeah.
No one will ever know. You'll just be gone.
It's very fast-paced. Or it can be fast-paced.
Okay.
Raiders. Explorers. They risk everything in search of fame,
Look behind you!
fortune, and answers. Few find what they're looking for. But if they survive, they might walk away with lost treasures.
I'll high-five you all when I see you.
That's cool.
My silences are firing again. Check yourself or wreck yourself.
Thanks. I owe you one.
Guns? Who needs guns? I don't need guns.
I know what I'm looking for. I won't walk away without it. 너를 찾을 거야.
What do you think?
T, it's me. Be careful. He's watching you.
Oh, June 23.
As you just saw, the Lost Treasures collection event brings with it a ton of great content, including a new limited time mode, Armed and Dangerous Evolved. It's the return of a fan favorite, snipers and shotties only, but with a twist.
Sending out my decoy.
All armor is Evo armor, and we're removing all of the respawn beacons across the entire map. Don't worry though, you'll still be able to bring back your teammates with the help of a new item, the mobile respawn beacon.
Oh, okay.
You'll have one of these in your inventory at the start of each match, giving you the power to choose when, and more importantly, where you bring your teammates back into the battle. Lost Treasures also introduces a new town takeover, Crypto's Map Room, which gives players a closer look at what motivates this drone-wielding hacker. And of course, the Lost Treasures collection delivers a bunch of exclusive content you can earn by completing challenges, as well as all new event-exclusive cosmetic items and the introduction of your boy Mirage's heirloom, which is fittingly a trophy of himself.
Excited to see you all in the ring. Don't worry, there's plenty of me's to go around.
And the best part is you don't have to wait that long. Lost Treasures drops on Tuesday, June 23rd. And that's not all, Apex fans. The battle is expanding. That's right, this fall we're bringing Apex Legends to Steam. And I know you're hoping, wondering, praying, so before you ask, yeah, crossplay is coming to Apex this fall.
Wow.
It's been one of the biggest requests we get, and we're thrilled to finally deliver it to our fans.
That's big.
That's
What am I
really,
forgetting?
really cool.
Oh yeah, one last thing. Let's make it official.
Hey,
We're
Switch!
huge fans of Nintendo here at Respawn, and we're incredibly excited to be bringing Apex Legends to the Switch this fall.
Nice.
And we'll share more details in the months ahead. So that means you'll be able to squad up no matter where you and your friends prefer to play.
Wow, that's
Xbox,
awesome.
PlayStation.
Yeah, which it's cool because they're making their player base all in one location.
Yeah.
So it's just everyone can play with everyone. And there's so many people playing because it's a free game. Like, it's free to download.
Yeah.
So that's...
Because, excuse me if I'm on the wrong track here, but it's players versus other players, right? It's not a campaign-based game at any point.
No.
Okay. Well, that's, like, I guess if you're on those different platforms, you just have that one big community.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's so vital, particularly now when there's so much happening and everyone's quite restricted to where they can go.
And it makes sense because, you know, as players may dwindle in the future, I'm not saying I think it will, but at least it keeps that community large because they're not all segregated.
Yes, yep. No, I got a lot of vibes off of that. I can't think of the word, but what we just watched there, like in the game style, it kind of reminded me again of that fun aspect that you see in Borderlands, which was really intriguing actually. I haven't really checked out Apex before myself, so I don't know too much about it, but it was intriguing enough for me to think about looking into it.
Yeah, you can play it with me. Try it with me.
Yeah. All right, let's see what's next.
In Switch, or on the PC via Origin and Steam, we're throwing out a lifeline and healing the divide between the platforms. On behalf of the entire Apex team,
hopefully that becomes a norm.
Yeah.
Your passion for
It'd
the
be
game
so
is truly
nice.
inspiring. We look forward to seeing you all in the arena. And don't forget, check out Lost Treasures on June 23rd.
Woo! Oh man, that was amazing. I think I'm hyperbolic. I think I'm hypervent. I've had a really good time here.
Sul, everyone. One thing I admire about Apex Legends is its commitment to having such a diverse range of characters.
Do you speak Sim?
At The Sims,
What
we've
is it?
always believed representation
What's the
and
language?
diversity in games is
Simlish.
critically
Simlish?
important.
I'm pretty
Perhaps
sure.
now more than ever. It's difficult to put into words just how meaningful it can be to see yourself reflected in the games you play. So, here to tell you in their own words are a few members of our Sims community.
It's a very interesting thing to explain.
It feels empowering, actually, and very moving.
It really taught me a lot. The importance of just like keeping relationships good with people.
It's probably like the only place where I was open.
They get to see my personality first before seeing my disability, I guess you could say.
I found myself to be the only black child in my school. I was discriminated, I was bullied. My skin tone, my height, and my teeth.
First realized that I was trans, and I was like praying to God to undo it. I have this world where I can express myself and be myself.
Where I come from, who I am, the color of my skin, you know, who I'm attracted to, let any of that get in the way. It was no barriers.
No matter where I was or what I was going through, I had my safe place. This is plausible. This is a future you can have.
It was almost like I was peeking into the future, and I didn't know it at the time, but it gave me hope.
It gave me a sense of hope that I could build a life that looked like that.
The Sims is almost like a utopia of what I hope our world eventually becomes.
As I got more comfortable with my character in the game, I got more comfortable with myself.
I play to build me.
I play to express myself.
I play to make a difference.
I play to feel good about myself.
I play to have confidence.
Fun.
To have me
design.
time.
Fuel my creativity.
It's more than just a game. It's creating your life.
It's so amazing, just for the fact I've played through from The Sims 1 to where we're at now, and just how far. Like, I know it's not like a huge difference overall, but the emphasis on the character customization and the way that you can have those relationships with the other Sims in your game. I don't recall it being such a huge emphasis in The Sims 1 because I guess at the time it was quite basic.
Yeah.
And I believe the original intention was more to do with architecture, design, and things like that, which is still really cool elements now that we're more up to date with how we can do things in the Sims games. But it really is such an immersive simulator, like where you can create so much, and you know, I think it's just awesome. So I mean, I can understand why people have such a passion for it.
Yeah.
I know it can get a lot of, what's the word? Like, not nice comments because of what the kind of game is, but overall, you get addicted.
Yeah.
Like, it's so fun, I think, anyway. Not for everyone, maybe, but got to understand, you know.
There's a game for everyone.
There's the game for everyone.
Yeah. If you say you're not a gamer, it just means you haven't found a game you click with.
Yeah.
As you just saw, there are so many reasons why I am proud to be part of the Sims global community. We want the Sims to be a place of unity and hope, a place where you can be your authentic self and build your vision for our shared world, a place to imagine what's possible. To our Simmers, thank you for everything you've done to make your communities, virtual and real, a better place. Now, I know some of you tuned in hoping for some Sims news, and we'll have plenty to share as the summer goes on, but we do have one announcement for you. We'll be welcoming players on a whole new platform as The Sims 4 arrives on Steam today. Take a look.
Wow, okay. I wonder if this is going to be a thing for this presentation then.
Is that a mermaid?
Yeah. It's one of the expansion games.
Hey, Baby Yoda! On Steam, hey?
Hey everyone, Alex here from the social team, and joining me today from our community team is Freeman.
Hey folks, yes, we're here to tell you that it's not just The Sims 4 arriving on Steam today. 5 more great EA games, including Titanfall 2, A Way Out, and Dead Space 3, are all playable right this second.
And when EA Access arrives on Steam this fall, you can get all those great titles and a ton more with your membership.
You can also expect to see our new releases on Steam too. One of the first arrived just a short while ago with full mod support via Steamworks.
The critics love it, and we know you will too.
We got a Dead Space mention. So
What did I just see? Was someone playing guitar just there?
yeah. It must be like special features, like bonus content or something you can watch. I'm not a big RTS player.
And Steam isn't the only platform getting some love. We'll be bringing games to more platforms than ever.
You can expect 7 new games coming to Switch in the next 12 months, including Burnout Paradise coming tomorrow and
On the
Apex
Switch.
Legends later this
Yeah.
year. And we're bringing crossplay to many of your favorite games too, starting with Need for Speed Heat and continuing with some new titles being revealed later in the show.
It's all about giving you the freedom to play what you want, where you want, and with who you want. It's about playing together.
Absolutely. Now, let's reveal some more games. Over to you, Greg.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Quick reminder to keep an eye out for those special golden letters hidden throughout the show. They could appear anywhere, and I mean anywhere. So
Does
keep
that
your
count?
eyes open. Write the letters down as they appear, and once you've got the
EA
full code,
so
you'll
far?
be able to
Yeah.
enter for a chance to win one of more than a dozen great games on Steam. So stay tuned and find out where to enter the code at the end of the show. Now, if you follow my content at all, then you know there's nothing I love more than buffalo wings and discovering inventive new games. Well, I don't have any buffalo wings, but I do have something just as tasty. Over the past couple of years, EA has partnered with the amazing studios like Hazelight and Zoink to give us such creative titles as A Way Out and Faye. Here to explain how they do it are a few of the talented developers working on the next wave of EA originals.
Sometimes you just have this great idea of a game, but it can be really hard to do it on your own.
We wanted space for our studio's creativity to flow free, so that we could try unconventional approaches to solving new ideas. There are times where you've got to break past your own sort of mental blocks, even if that meant building a whole new kind of game engine.
We get to do the game we want to do. Nothing, I mean nothing, comes into the game if it doesn't follow the vision.
We can really push our ideas further and bigger than we first imagined.
Let's find that magic.
Yeah, Sea of Solitude. Unravel. Fade. Way Out.
And now for a deeper dive into what these developers are working on, we turn our spotlight
I'm assuming
on
it's
3
EA
studios.
Play.
Up first is Hazelight and their mild-mannered, quiet leader, Joseph Ferris.
Let's do it.
Please welcome Joseph Ferris.
Hey, I like brothers.
Like passionate people, there are crazy people, and there's me.
I'm like, why is his face familiar?
Can you swear here? Can you swear? Okay. The Oscars, you know? The Oscars! You!
It's passionate.
No apologies there. Yeah, I know I'm cocky. I can't help it, man. I was born in Beirut, 1977. I lived there 10 years. There was civil war, and there was a lot of bad stuff happening there. We tried to move 5 times to Sweden. The 5th time they let us in. And that's lucky for Sweden, because I've given Sweden a lot, you know. My third movie, Zozo, it's basically about my life when I came to Sweden when I was young. I've done 5 feature movies, and now I've done 3 games. And it's way hard to make a game. It's almost like the audience have control of the pacing of the story, while in movies it's being paced for you. In video games, there's so much to be explored from a storytelling perspective because of the interactivity. There are some studios out there that are making games that have good stories, but they pretty much have one mechanic they reuse all the time. The designers and the story writers are kind of like doing 2 different games. That's why I founded Hazelight, to keep pushing the boundaries of what is possible in games. That's what game number 3 from Hazelight is all about. And action. The new game, It Takes Two, is a co-op action-adventure platformer that will blow your f***ing mind away. The story starts out with a small family. Cody, May, that's the parents, and then Rose, the little daughter. So Cody and May are about to separate. Rose doesn't want them to divorce, so she creates 2 dolls out of wood and clay, and these dolls magically come alive, and you actually controls both Cody and May. And you could say you're almost controlling their emotions. You're almost playing their emotions. There's even levels where we're actually making a mechanic for their emotions. So again, marrying the story and the mechanics. And I think for the players, that's gonna feel very new, different, and unique. They haven't played anything like this before. It Takes Two is a crazy roller coaster ride that doesn't really have an ending. It has an ending, but that ending is that the roller coaster crashes and you fly into the sky and get up into space, and when you're in space, you're like, what the f am I doing up here? And then maybe you get back to Earth again. That's the best way to describe It Takes Two, actually.
What? I feel like that was just a roller coaster to get through that.
Yeah.
But it seems so intriguing.
All right, Joseph, we love you so much. Thank you. Keep it up over there.
Looks
The Oscars.
interesting.
Yeah.
Of course, ladies and gentlemen, let's keep this originals train rolling. And
Yeah,
let's
I'd
stay in
say
Sweden.
EA Play
I'm a
is
fan
what they're
of both
spelling.
their delicious red gummy fish and their video games. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Klaus and Olaf from Zoink Games.
Thanks, Greg. Welcome to Gothenburg and, well, my home. Unfortunately, I didn't bring you any Swedish fish, but we do have some exciting news for you about our latest game. At Zoink, we've always been driven by love of rich visual storytelling and creating strange worlds that people can escape to.
Yeah.
The weirder, the better. And I think my friend Olav would agree.
Yeah, absolutely. And for our next game, though, we wanted to try something a little darker, something out of a gothic fairy tale. What started with a mood and some paintings grew into this eerie, strange world that feels like something out of a beautiful, twisted dream. And that's the world of Random.
Lost and Random is the story of Even, a little girl with a big heart and an even bigger temper. After a horrible event that changes her life, she embarks on a dangerous journey through the world of Random. But fortunately, she's not alone. Just like I have Olav, Even also has a crazy little weird friend thing with her.
Along her journey, Even
what is
discovers
this?
Dicey, a playful, loyal, almost puppy-like dice companion
dice.
that gives her the power to really change things in the kingdom of Random. Despite the name, in Even's world, randomness is feared, and a dark force controls every aspect of life, from where you live to how you act or what your favorite color is. It's a coming-of-age story set against the backdrop of a mysterious world, but it holds a modern message that's really relevant to our world right now.
I think we can all relate to the desire to try and control the chaos around us. With Dicey's help, though, Even learns the power in doing just the opposite. Embrace the randomness, accept the uncertainties in life, and you'll be surprised how far it takes you.
Imagine if you could change the course of life.
I like the
with a roll
style of
dice.
it.
What would you do?
What they're
Play it
showing so
safe
far.
Or trust in yourself and take a chance. We can't wait for you to play and find out.
We're still a long ways from launch, but we hope you will join Even and Dicey on their journey next year. Until then, please enjoy this first look at Lost and Random.
Welcome to Random.
I enjoyed that, actually.
Yeah.
Let's see how this looks.
The world of Random bends with the roll of one dice. A dice that has ruled this kingdom for generations.
Oh, wow.
The D20?
Transforming the fates of people just like you. But what if
like
I
that
told
shape.
you there is another dice with the power to change everything? Now, my friend, it's your turn to roll, to play the odds, and break the curse of
It's an
Random.
eyeball. Oh wow! So if this is how it looks, then I really like the art style.
Without the shower.
It's very like Tim Burton-esque.
I was going to say, is it reminding you of Nightmare Before Christmas a little bit?
Like Corpse Bride, sort
Yeah.
of. That looks really cool.
Yeah. I could have sworn the dice glowing in the light at the beginning was like a shape of a D20.
In Maine, embracing
Could be wrong,
randomness.
but-
I feel like I live that every day of my life. Ah! Do you know I was going to do that? You didn't know that. Dicey's my spirit animal. The game's out next year. But for something that's blasting off a whole lot sooner, take it away, Kevin Franklin.
At Final Strike Games, our team of experienced industry veterans have worked on incredible multiplayer franchises. We are passionately focused on making great multiplayer games. That's why I am incredibly excited to announce that we have partnered with the talented team at EA to release our first ever title, Rocket Arena.
Okay.
As you'll see, we stay loyal to the name of the game. It's a rockets-only shooter that allows players to get into the action quickly and stay in the fight. We wanted Rocket Arena to be an awesome, competitive experience to play with friends. I think you're gonna love what we've got in store for you. Here is the all-new trailer of Rocket Arena. Enjoy.
This could be fun.
Yeah.
Rockets away!
Let's kick this into gear. The trophy will soon be mine.
Did she shoot that from a staff?
I thought so.
I really like how a lot of games these days are
So good on
making their characters so unique and stand out from
Yes.
one another.
Yeah.
Because when you think of, I don't know, like Call of Duty comes to mind, like all the characters, they're just soldiers. Whereas you got like Apex, as we saw, we got this one, and games like Overwatch and all that, where each character is so unique and you can like attach and to a certain character that you really enjoy, either their personality, their skill set, like it's all different.
Yeah. I think it's worth mentioning though when you have compared Call of Duty is like a military, like it's taking that. So it makes sense that they're all similar in their design and their clothing and everything. But I definitely understand what you're getting at.
Yeah.
It's nice to have such a creative approach to the character design so that if you jump into a different game, like Overwatch, like what we're seeing here, you already know what character you've played because you can see that they're also different in their appearance.
Yeah.
You know? It's an easy tell, I think.
Raider? Sure, we've got the beautiful beaches.
What do you think of this one?
I would try it. It looks really fun.
Yeah.
And exotic destinations.
Like a...
Did he say it's team-based?
People are courteous and friendly.
They didn't mention.
Jolly good for me. And always happy to help their fellow citizens. Are you leaving already? But the real reason life is so good? We've got rockets.
Let's hit the trail.
All their outfits and looks are like in line with their style of play, I'm assuming.
Yeah, and their personality.
Yeah, yeah.
3 versus 3 action.
Okay,
So
nice.
3 on 3.
Talk about razzle dazzle. Never turn your back on the water.
Hey.
I got speed to spare. I'm here to rock it.
I'm having a blast! Full speed ahead!
I like it.
Yeah, me too.
I really enjoyed
So
that.
as you just saw, rockets are obviously awesome to blast all over the place. But in order to come out on top, there's a lot to master. You'll have a range of rocket-powered abilities to blast opponents out of the arena, and an arsenal of evasive moves. Rocket jump, rocket climb, and dodge to avoid getting knocked out yourself. Don't worry though, you're never out of the action for long. Even when you're out, you'll fly right back into the fray. You'll also be able to really customize your own unique look and playstyle.
Oh, okay.
Each of the 10 heroes available at launch have their own rocket-powered abilities. And as you play, you'll discover items that allow you to further refine each of your heroes' playstyles. Plus, every character has 100 levels of progression that unlock new cosmetics and rewards. All that and much more when Rocket Arena arrives on July 14th.
Okay. Next
And
month.
there's plenty more content to come
Give
in
that a
our
go.
first season,
Yep.
which begins just 2 weeks after launch on July 28th, and brings with it a blast pass and a ton of free content, including new maps, in-game events, and a new playable character. Rocket Arena is a game meant to be played with friends, regardless of platform. That's why we're thrilled to
Crossplay.
announce
Nice.
crossplay support
Wow.
right from the start.
I'm glad he mentioned
So grab
free
your friends,
content. Like,
regardless
Yeah.
of their platform, and get ready to blast off with Rocket Arena on
I was
July
wondering
14th on PlayStation,
what would the loot
Xbox,
box sort of
Origin, and Steam.
Like whether they
scenario be on that?
microtransaction.
Right after the
Yes.
show, with the
I
help
mean,
of
they
some
probably
great content
are.
creators. So check us
yeah,
out
but will
on
that be a
YouTube at the
focus,
link
or
below.
will we, like, as you
See
play,
you
just,
in the arena.
you know, pick
Yeah.
up
That
new
looks great.
items?
And hopefully you've all been keeping track of the golden letters hidden throughout the show and nearly cracked the code. Here's a hint. It's not Kanye. Keep an eye out for the last couple of letters, and then at the
Dang
end of the
it.
show, we'll reveal where you need to go to enter the code and a chance to win some great games on Steam. Now, from the future of rocket warfare, we head to a different kind of battle. It's the real reason I didn't get any sleep last night, and if you thought you heard sleigh bells, that's because it might as well be Christmas in June. It's finally time to talk Star Wars Squadrons. Now, okay, I promise you we are going to get a first look at some brand new gameplay in just a moment. But first, for anyone who doesn't fully grasp why I'm so excited, earlier this week, EA and Lucasfilm dropped a trailer that literally gave me all the feels, chills, joy, excitement, and then more chills on top of that. Take a look.
Just saying, I got goosebumps.
So I'm assuming this is more of a flight-based
game. Yeah.
Seize that moment.
I'm the perfect shot.
Well, that's good because it separates itself a bit from Battlefront then.
I mean, it's taken Battlefront's like space battle mode and turned it into a full game.
Yeah.
The galaxy's finest.
So, did they say this was a campaign-based game, or?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that is really cool.
And the music. Squadrons. I love the space battle stuff, so this is really exciting.
Wow. The 8-year-old in all of us is celebrating and excited.
He didn't have
The
this in his ear
37-year-old
before.
man on this couch is excited. Ladies and gentlemen, for the second year in a row, I have the honor and privilege of helping introduce a new Star Wars title. And here, to put the hype in hyperdrive, is none other than Motive's creative director, Ian Fraser. Hello, Ian.
Hey, Greg, how you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing good. Happy to actually get to show this to people.
I bet. Now,
it's the
in my
mic so he
copious
can
notes
hear.
I have on you, I'm told you are quite the Star Wars fan and have been a long time. How long have you liked Star Wars?
I've been a Star Wars fan for pretty much my whole life. I don't even remember the first time I saw the movies. And as a kid, there was a lot of different parts of Star Wars I loved. One of them was being a pilot, that idea of climbing into an X-Wing or a TIE fighter. So, you know, I played all the flight games in the 90s, and I got pretty obsessive about them. I'd pause, meticulously draw the insides of the cockpits and stuff. And actually, I dug up some of those drawings from my parents' attic over the holidays.
They're actually pretty good.
We're showing them right now to the world. This strikes me as above and beyond the normal level of Star Wars fandom.
I think at Motive, you'll find that quite a few people have that level of Star Wars fandom. When we started this project, I talked to a lot of people as they joined the team, and a lot of them had similar kinds of stories of things they'd done as kids. One of them even built a functional cockpit in his garage.
What?
That's fandom on another level. How do you guys go from being a fan, drawing what you see in the game, or building a cockpit in your garage, to actually making this game?
Well, I think that fandom, just love of Star Wars, has provided a really good foundation for us. But on top of that, of course, the team at Motive got a lot of experience working with Star Wars when they worked on Battlefront 2. And when Battlefront 2 wrapped up, there was a really small group of us that were really into particularly the pilot experience within Star Wars. And we wanted to make something new, something that really went all in on that part of the fantasy. And so we did kind of a grassroots initiative, or started a little passion project, and that ramped up into eventually what is the game we're going to show you today.
You talk about, you know, your passion for this, your nostalgia for Star Wars flight games of the past. How do you honor that but make something brand new?
It's been interesting. You know, we're trying to kind of pull from that spiritual heritage of many different games in that time period. At the same time, we want to do something that feels fresh and new for fans today. And so what we've tried to look at is sort of the spiritual core of what I think are the best of the Star Wars flight games of the past. And what they did that I love is that they made that part of the universe real. The level of depth and detail that they show in the ships, the way that you control them, is something that I remember fondly from my childhood, and is something that we're trying to do very much with Squadrons. You know, in real life, being a pilot is hard. It takes skill, and that's something that you'll see throughout the game. You know, as you start off playing, it's pretty straightforward, fly around, shoot your lasers. But as you get deeper into it, you start learning how to divert energy from your lasers to your engines, how to shift your shields from the front to the back to cover your butt in a dogfight. Or at the higher levels of skill, you can do really crazy stuff. Like you can boost your engines, fly ahead, cut them off, whip around 180 and shoot a missile off your own tail while drifting backwards. Like real ace pilot stuff. And that's really where we have a lot of fun.
Like Poe.
I want to do that. I want to learn how to do that. I understand the nuts and bolts of how to play it. Is there a single-player story? Is there a multiplayer mode? What are we getting into?
It's actually some of both. So the game starts with a brand new single-player story, takes place a little bit after Return of the Jedi, and it has kind of a unique dual perspective approach to it. So when the game starts, you're going to create two pilots. You create a New Republic pilot and an Imperial pilot, and you're going to alternate between their perspectives mission to mission over the course of the story. You're going to meet a diverse cast of characters along the way, and also a few familiar faces. Now, when you're done with that story and you've played maybe a bit in the practice range, you say, hey, I want to try multiplayer. We want to make it really easy for you to hop online with your friends and play competitive space battles at that point. And so we've done a lot to try to reduce the barriers, to make it as easy as possible for you to play with your friends. And so I'm happy to say we fully support cross-play. You could be on
everything.
Xbox One, PC. You could be playing on a traditional display or in VR, which, fun fact, the entire game supports VR from beginning to end. It's pretty cool. But regardless of how you're playing, which platform,
I wonder if
they
you
can
get
all
motion
play together.
sickness.
Just hook up with a friend,
I
connect,
mean,
have an awesome space.
highly likely.
You just Death Starred my mind, man. Like I don't.
Particularly if you flip yourself around
That
and
is
Yeah.
the big question.
all that
when
stuff.
can people actually play it?
Not too long, actually. Star Wars Squadrons is coming out on October 2nd.
Okay, not too long at all. I was worried about you. I thought you were going to leave me on a teaser there. You didn't. You actually delivered. I appreciate that. The next big ask I have on behalf of everybody watching, I'm sure, who came here for one specific reason, can we see some new gameplay of it? Can we see any gameplay of it?
Absolutely. I kind of figured you might want to. On behalf of everyone at Motive and the team at Lucasfilm, I am very happy to show you the world's first look at gameplay of Star Wars Squadrons. Enjoy.
You interested in this one?
Yeah, I like how there's a campaign. Because then you can learn the fundamentals before you have to jump in and play online with people.
Yeah.
The second Death Star is gone, but the Imperial fleet is still a threat.
Way.
Let's make history.
This is it, Titan Squadron. Everything we've done has led to this. Finish those Vanguard scum!
This is Star Wars Squadrons. Earn your wings in a single-player story spanning 2 factions.
All stations! Fire on that ship!
And master multiplayer battles as a squadron of 5. With the option to play the entire game in VR. This is the definitive Star Wars pilot experience.
Come on, come on!
Yeah, you get motion
You'll
sickness.
begin your career in a single-player story.
Welcome to Titan Squadron.
Where you'll play as 2 combat pilots, flying for both the Empire and the New Republic.
I'm assuming you cross paths then.
You'll experience this world through your cockpit. The instrumentation in front of you provides critical feedback about power management, targeting, and shields. With a squadron of diverse characters at your side, prove your skills on increasingly challenging missions.
Hello, Vanguard. Welcome to the Nadiri dockyards.
One of my spies has linked the attacks with the New Republic Starhawk project.
The story of
Just
the
looks
2
really
pilots
good, doesn't it?
stick together will shape the balance of power in the galaxy.
Get ready!
Let him have it.
Oh, it looks so cool.
To take the fight online, you'll need flight time with all 8 ships. Fighters are the most flexible and versatile, able to handle any situation. Interceptors are fast and highly maneuverable.
Let's get them.
Ideal for hunting down your opponent's starfighters.
That was kind of fun!
Support ships can keep allies safe and stocked up.
Oh wow.
As well as
It's like
disrupting
healers.
enemy fighters.
Light 'em up! Nice.
Bombers are the heavy hitters, able to deal devastating
The
damage to enemy
Empire's
flagships and
ships are
starfighters.
just so sleek.
Yeah.
Like all of the
It's 'cause
architecture.
They have the funding.
Yeah.
To customize your pilot and starfighters simply by playing the game.
That's cool.
From cosmetics.
Oh, wow.
Of over 50 components that alter how your ships fly, fight, and survive.
This is cool.
They're on you! I'll deal with it.
So this is so much more in depth than just flying around and shooting.
Finally got him.
This will be critical.
It's just like
in
that's the
Star Wars
basics.
Squadron's multiplayer modes.
Dogfight mode.
First up, dogfights. This is an all-out 5v5 battle.
Oh.
Fine-tune your loadouts to work as a team.
Moving in on the enemy.
Utilize components like tractor beams, turrets, and mines to slow down your opponents or set up your squad mates for the kill.
Rebels unmarked.
Hey.
For teams looking for an even greater challenge, it's time to prove yourself in Star Wars Squadron's signature mode, Fleet Battles. Fleet battles are multi-stage conflicts.
Whoa.
Whether playing solo or with friends, you'll have the option to compete
So you
against
to dodge
other
all
players
of that.
or AI as a squadron of 5.
Don't worry, I got him for you.
Meet your team in the social hub to solidify strategy, coordinate loadouts, and prepare for takeoff. First, push the front line
I
by
love the
winning
detail.
dogfight in the center of the map. Next, attack or defend 2 medium-sized capital ships.
We've lost our capital ships.
And the big boy.
And finally, the ultimate goal. Target and destroy the subsystems of your opponent's
So you can
massive
take out the
flagship
shield generators and stuff to
Shields are disabled.
At each phase,
make it
your
easier.
squadron either pushes the line forward or falls back to defend.
This would be amazing in VR.
It's your
Yeah.
squadron's choice of how to play.
As long as you didn't get motion sickness.
Yeah.
Speedy, unrelenting assaults.
Stay together, strike quickly.
Stealth and subversion.
Jamming the enemy. Sensors can't spot you.
Or brutal bombardment.
That ship is vulnerable. Take your shot.
You'd fly a bomber, yeah? A heavy hitter?
I think so. But I think I'd just try everything, to be honest, just
Yeah.
to see how it all feels.
See what you like.
Yeah.
Let's make this count.
This is Star Wars Squadrons. Join the galaxy's finest and make your mark.
You are the hope of this galaxy.
I like that. That was really cool.
Yeah, I'd be keen to try. I can't say that I would fly quite like Poe,
Yeah.
but I could be like a learner, like what Finn was
Yeah.
becoming.
What's up, everyone? It's your boy Lamar Jackson. I'm excited to be a part of the EA Sports family and to be you guys' new man cover athlete. I can't wait to show you guys what we have in store for you this season. This is EA Sports, next level.
Okay.
You feel it all.
You feel that burst of speed.
It's like I'm lightning. In that moment, I'm untouchable.
When I play, I'm not afraid of anything.
Not afraid to hit or get hit.
This game is the one true love. Makes me feel like somebody. I never thought I could rise to another way.
It's just me and the keeper.
My heart is like... Doom. Score that goal, and you're a hero.
And history carves your name.
I get that we're trying to get through this trailer, like that hype for this game.
Yeah.
But once again, like with the other presentation that we watched, where's the actual playing of the game?
Yeah, the actual gameplay.
I think it was NBA.
Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't show how the game played, but I guess for people familiar with it,
Yeah,
it would be similar enough
yeah.
to previous games.
I mean, a soccer game, really, or a football game, wouldn't change too much from year to year.
I want the real thing.
I must say, this is one of those game types that isn't really for me.
Yeah.
If I was to play a sport, I would play it, but
Yeah.
there are people out there who this works for, so... But yeah, perhaps that's why that we're seeing something like this rather than the actual gameplay, because it's just similar to the past stuff.
Now, that's a lot to look forward to, but there's more. Here to tell us about the future of gaming is EA's Chief Studio Officer, Laura Miele.
Thanks, Greg, and thanks, Lamar. Welcome to the EA Sports family. There are great things to come from EA Sports for all of you, and that's just the beginning. As you've seen throughout the show today, our electronic artists are working hard to bring you more of the games that you want to play. Games like Star Wars Squadrons, Apex Legends, and Command & Conquer. These games all exist because of you. Your voices are heard, and we are acting on your feedback. Now, we've talked a lot about all the exciting games you'll be playing this year, but our studios are working even further out, creating new experiences, new stories, new gameplay, all enabled by new console technology. And we're so excited about what's to come, we don't want to wait until next June to share what the teams are working on. Generation shifts are an opportunity to push beyond the boundaries of gaming as we know it today. And this time
That's
is no
impressive.
different.
That reminds me of Detroit.
Our studios are taking
Become
their
Human,
crazy
like
ambitious
just how
ideas and making them real.
visually impressive.
Criterion is known for how their games feel. From superior physics to nuanced details of gameplay, this team hand curates the moment-to-moment experience.
That's not.
I actually thought that was a real car.
Yeah, that's not a real car.
Seamless immersion, which will get you into the race in a matter of seconds. BioWare imagines and creates worlds where you become the hero of your own story.
Hyping up what they can do next gen.
Generation of technology to make those fantasy worlds
those environments look really cool.
Far out.
For every console generation, DICE sets the bar for excellence in audio and visual presentation. We are creating epic battles at a scale and fidelity unlike anything you've experienced before. At Motive, we are working on a highly ambitious and innovative new game that puts the power and creativity in your hands. And it's an experience that would have been impossible without next-gen technology.
What's going on there?
This is just the beginning of the things we are working on, and there is so much more to come. The future of EA Studios is not just about new technology. It's about you, your voices, your ideas. We want to be where you come to play. We want to make games for everyone. So please keep giving us your feedback and let's build the future together. On behalf of all of our studios, thank you for joining us today. But before we sign off, there's just one more game we would love to share. Cousin Darren, over to you.
Thank you. So the moment
Look at his
is
hat.
here. We finally get to say,
Oh,
look, it's Skate. It's Skate.
I didn't so much notice his hat as I did the merch in the
merch in the background.
We've been waiting years, honestly, to make the right game at the right time with the right idea, and really, really pleased to say that we're here. It is really early, but it takes a little while to find Cuz or wake him up.
Dude, harsh. Still, we've got a long way to go, but we're stoked, and this is just the beginning.
And seriously, we really can't wait to bring you guys in and have you be a part of it with us.
We want to thank you for your passion, your patience, and all the support that you've shown, us to get to this point.
Oh, the comments.
It's amazing. We cannot believe
Wow, so Skate's actually coming back.
Amazing.
It's been like 10 years since the last one.
Wow.
Skate forever.
Guys, we did it. We brought back Skate. Thank you to EA. Thank you to Cuz. Thank you to Darren. Thank you to you. Thank you to me. I can't believe that I'm so happy in my heart rate. Is this what exercise feels like? Ladies and gentlemen, I can't believe it. Before we go, because I love you guys, here are the last letters of the secret code.
Oh, do we not get to see any
complete code, go to
Skate gameplay or footage or anything?
They probably aren't ready to show any.
Free games sponsored by player.gg. You can find the official rules and everything else over at player.gg/EA. Now, this has been an amazing experience, an amazing opportunity for all of us all over the world to come together and celebrate gaming. Thank you for being part of EA Play. Until next time, I'll see you online, and it's been my pleasure to serve you.
Just
having a recap now.
Recap, yeah. What was that one called? It was the random one, hey?
Lost in Random?
Lost in Random. So they've mentioned Dead Space 3 coming to Steam.
Coming to Steam.
I mean, it's nothing really new.
No new news.
Yeah.
But, I mean, hey, at least they're still supporting it.
Yeah. I am excited about Squadrons.
I like the look of Lost in Random.
Yeah. What was your other one? Was it Sims?
Just some type of announcement on The Sims.
I mean, like they showed Sims, but it wasn't anything new, was it?
I don't think so. It's probably just another expansion that's coming along.
Yeah.
There are so many. Because they've got the expansions and they've got like the stuff packs as well.
So there's always stuff coming.
There's always something coming.
Yeah. And then for my picks, Nothing Mass Effect at all?
No. That's actually kind of sad. So I'm sure that people would be eager to jump back into that.
But Skate, finishing on the Skate announcement.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised that they didn't show anything about that with the announcement.
Yeah, well,
not even like a picture of cover art
Yeah,
or something.
they could have shown like some artwork or something.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's probably so early in the
They just wanted
process.
to get the word out there.
Yeah.
That this is happening.
So that's pretty cool. I wonder how much of that was like planned beforehand and they're only just announcing it now because of the Tony Hawk remaster, or if they've like the reason they're not showing anything is because they've just kind of jumped into it because of that hype.
I guess I don't know if we'd ever really
be
informed about that, but
yeah.
I can see it being plausible, and that Tony Hawk was just such a big deal.
Yeah. But I think my standouts, aside from the Skate, because they didn't really show anything, it has to be that Lost in Random and Squadrons. But I think Random probably is my top one.
Yeah, for me, I think I really like the look of Lost in Random.
Yeah.
Squadrons I'm keen on. I really like Star Wars sci-fi. But
as we said at the beginning.
Yeah, but I think just for like thinking about games that we can play together,
that would be a good one.
I was going to say the rocket.
That rocket one looked fun. Rocket
quite
Arena.
Cool. I like the maps that we got to see a little bit of, and
I want to try
the
that.
style of gameplay looks really interesting. I feel like because it's rocket based, I mean there was different characters, like one had water, one had rockets, but there were things like that were different. But it's not going to be too overwhelming to jump into that.
Yeah, because it's less less emphasis on being precise with your aim to do well, and it's just rockets. You shoot rockets.
Yeah, exactly.
Splash damage everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that would be really fun. You know, and how colourful the game looks, plus the map design.
Yeah.
I think that's just going to add to it. I think that looks really cool.
And you think you'll give Apex a go?
I think I'd watch you play it first.
Yeah. But I need some team members. You can be my...
I'm sure some of our friends will play. I mean, I would try it, but because I'm just not too familiar. Maybe I watch some things online and get a bit of an idea and understanding. Yeah.
Sounds good. Well, that was the EA Play June 2020 presentation. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please leave a comment below on the number different games that you're excited for.
Yeah, and if you had any predictions that possibly were shown, or like us, there were a couple that were missed, if you thought the same. Yeah,
let us know. Be interesting to see how many of you are kind of on the same page as us going into it.
Yeah. Yeah, I just think that Mass Effect would have been a real...
Yeah.
I don't know. What does this mean? Like, yes.
It means yes, get in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
One day maybe.
One day maybe. Anyway, please remember to leave a like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Bye.